So this video is going to cover my first day of Lent, which would be yesterday. What did I have for breakfast? I had 1 cup of oatmeal, which is 1 cup of dried oats prior to making it. I make sure that when you're measuring your oatmeal, you measure the dried oats, not the cooked oats, because it will vary in calories and whatnot depending on how much water you use in making it, whether you like thick oatmeal or thin oatmeal or what have you. But the actual calories are in the oats themselves, not in the water, of course. If you use dairy or soy milk, of course, add that. I don't use milk, never did, to make oatmeal. To that, I added 4 tablespoons of goji berries, and on the side, I had a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, and this breakfast totaled 507 calories. Lunch was 12 ounces of tofu. California blend, I had 3 cups of that. Smart Balance margarine, I had 2 tablespoons of that for a total of 570 calories. Dinner was tofu, 12 ounces, 6 prunes, 1 tablespoon of pumpkin seeds for a total of 517 calories. I had 1 snack. I try not to snack during the day, but sometimes I do, especially now that when I was cutting calories steeply, I had to snack. It's easier not to snack when you have a substantial meal of like 400 or 500 calories or more. The snack that I had was a cup of raw carrots, which was 45 calories. The total calories I had yesterday was 1,639, which is 39 calories over the 1,600, which would be the high end of what I was shooting for. How do I track the calories and macros on this diet? And I didn't get into the macros, I didn't write them down, but I use an app called Lose It, which I will leave a link to, where you can get it off of Google Play. When I got it, it was free. They always, want you to they want you to pay money for the optimized app, which allows you to, track water, sleep, what have you. I don't pay for that. I just use the free app. And obviously I'm not getting paid for this, because I'm admitting, you don't need to buy the extras. Just take it as it is, and it should do fine to track your calories and your calories and macros. Things I don't count as calories, of course, are things that are not caloric. Things such as hot sauce, things such as lemon juice, things that have very few artificial sweeteners like NutraSweet. I don't count the calories in those because they're not very calorically dense. In fact, they're calorie free in a lot of cases, unless you drink like a whole bottle of lemon juice. I think it might have like 2 calories per tablespoon or something. So I'm going to make you aware of that I do not count the calories. Even cocoa, when I have a cup of hot cocoa, which is necessary for the phytonutrients, which help stimulate sirtuins, cocoa is not very calorically dense. It's about 10 calories per tablespoon of cocoa. So you have to understand, so 2 tablespoons of cocoa, which is in a cup of cocoa, is like 20 calories, much of which, there's not any real carbohydrates or protein or fat or anything in cocoa to count as calories. So I kind of think those calories are just put there as a safety measure, to say that there is something here in case somebody does, ingest it. The exception to that is high-fat Baker's cocoa, the brand Baker's cocoa. That actually does have more cocoa butter, which is actually not a bad thing. That kind of fat is actually not bad for you, but when you're trying to reduce calories, you got to avoid the fats that you're trying to avoid. And that's all for this video. I will be making another video more geared toward politics later in the day, though.